Well, the president landed in Minneapolis a little after 6:30, made it to the stage of the packed Target Center about an hour later.
Trump announced there were more than 20,000 people at tonight's event, breaking a new record. And one of those people is KTTC's Linda Ha, who joins us live from Minneapolis with a recap of the president's speech. Linda, how's it going?
Hey Tom, Vivian, it's going pretty well. Speaking for more than an hour and a half, the president vowed to win Minnesota in 2020, and no Republican has done that since Nixon in 1972. Tonight, Trump stuck to his common theme of draining the swamp and taking aim at Democrats, the media, and federal investigators. Since the U.S. House started impeachment proceedings, the president discussed his accusations against former VP Joe Biden along with his son Hunter. This comes one day after Biden called for Trump to be impeached. And as expected, Mr. Trump also took a jab at Somali-born Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who has escaped war-torn Somalia as a child.
Such a person representing you in Minnesota. I'm very angry at you people right now. And she is one of the big reasons that I'm going to win and the Republican Party is going to win Minnesota in 13 months.
At one point in his speech, he claimed he reduced refugee resettlement in the U.S. by 85% and points to the number of Somali refugees in the state, adding he wants to start local community consent rules. One of the loudest crowd cheers came after Trump brought up Minneapolis police union head to the microphone.
And I have to say, there are a lot of very beautiful red T-shirts in the audience. That was a record sale. They did very well. And I'll tell you what, cops love Trump. Trump loves cops.
Earlier, the Minneapolis Police Department established a new policy barring police from wearing their uniforms at political events while off duty. And it's clear from tonight that President Trump is taking Minnesota very seriously, and he has a head start as Dems are still in the very early stages. Now live in Minneapolis, Linda Ha, KTTC News.
All right, thank you, Linda. Well, not everyone was supportive of the president's visit tonight.
Tensions were high all day as protests erupt outside the building. KTTC's Maddie Weiris has been following these protests and joins us in the studio. Maddie.
Yeah, that's right, Tom and Vivian. And more than a dozen groups worked together to coordinate peaceful protests, which were also expected to draw a large number of people voicing opposition to the president and his policies. Now, Minneapolis is in the 5th Congressional District, one of the most Democratic districts in the entire country. And in 2016, only 18% of voters here backed Trump. And a Republican presidential candidate has not won the state of Minnesota since Richard Nixon's victory in 1972. Linda mentioned that. And this is also a state he fell short 1.5 percentage points or 45,000 votes to Hillary Clinton during the last presidential election in Minnesota. And that's something Trump vowed to change in his speech, but protesters aren't sure that's going to happen.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Minnesota. This is a great state. We are going to win this state.
What's wrong with our country? What's going on? This is something really wrong. We should be talking about other things. I shouldn't be here. It's ridiculous.
The streets of Minneapolis have been filled with protesters all night and are still filled as we speak, and tensions are very high. As for winning Minnesota in 2020, we will just have to wait and see. Reporting live in the studio, Maddie Weiris, KTTC News.